So let's start with the very first category that we see in the HTML pages. So that is basically related to the text formattings and the structures of the web page. So if I just go in the body tag, let's start with a very simple the heading tags that we see. Basically we have 6 heading tags starting from h1 and going till h6. Okay, now if I just say h1 over here and I just press tab, it is just gonna autofill. So h1 is basically the main heading that you need to insert in the web page, and h2, h3, h4 are basically, let's say, the subheading and then the other subheading, like that. So it is just gonna decrement in size as we go till h6. So if I just write over here something, let's say main heading, and this is gonna be displayed on the web page like this. Now if I add a h2 tag over here and let's just call it subheading, so the size of this subheading is going to be less than the h1. And similarly, if I keep adding these h2 and then I add h3 over here, let's just call it another heading, so it is going to decrement like this. So majorly we only have one main heading on the web page, so we can use h1 for that, and then we can for other subheadings we can keep decrementing, or you can say h2, h3, we can keep using these tags further on, right? So these are the header tags that we have. After this, the other tag that is very common and very popular is the p tag. So p tag is basically for the paragraphs. So if I want to write something in a paragraphs on our web page, we can use p tag over here. So let me just write something over here. This is a random paragraph. So this is just going to show it in the form of a paragraph, right? Also, there is one another thing that we can do in this VS Code, or like in HTML, we need to sometimes write some random phases or some random sentences, but we sometimes it's like nothing comes to our mind what to write, right? So what we can do in that case is we can add some random text, right? So what you can do is you can write a word over here, lorem, right? And then the number of words that you want to write. Let's say I want to write 5 words. So you write lorem 5. So as you press tab over here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 words will be added over here, right? If I say over here lorem 100, let me just write it again, lorem 100. So you see that 100 random words of lorem ipsum will be added in the paragraph as soon as you save it. So you see some random paragraph has been added. So this is a very easy like way if you want to add some random words just to test your web pages. So you can randomize the words like this. So this is how the paragraph will look like. So next up we have a BR tag, right? That is known as the break line tag. So break line tag is a tag that we can add somewhere to break the line. Like for example, in this paragraph that we have added, let's say after the full stop I want to change the line. So I can add a BR tag over here like this, and as soon as I save it, you see that after the first line of code over here, the line has been broken and the next line is starting from the new line, right? So you can add these BR tags if you want to have a break in the continuous lines. But if you like add another P tag like this, let's just say something like this. So you see this will also help you to create a new line, and also when you add a new P tag, some space will automatically be created between these two paragraphs, right? So this BR tag over here can be useful when you want to like write something in the content, like for example you're writing some poem or something on the web page, right? So you need to break line you need to break line after writing few words. So in that case you can use this BR tag. But if you want to create a new paragraph, you can also add multiple paragraphs that will also create that will also be created in the new line only. So next up we have HR tag, right? So this is known as horizontal rule. So horizontal rule will basically add a horizontal line. For example, let's say there is a paragraph over here. Over here I just add a HR, and as soon as I save it, you see a new line, a horizontal line has been added between two paragraphs. So just to segregate sections in your web page, you can use a horizontal line. You can also do this, for example, let's say you want to create a paragraph, and let's say there is a section that you need to create after that, so you need to do the segregation between those two sections. So just to represent that that segregation, you can put a line between those two paragraphs, so it will look like, okay, this is one paragraph and then we have another paragraph over here. So next up we have em tag and strong tag. Like these tags are basically helps us to give some importance to some particular words or particular lines. So for example, if let's say I want to give emphasis on some words, let's say for example over here I want to emphasize this word, right? So what I can do is I can wrap up this word in em tag like this. So I'll just cut this word and paste it between over here, and I save it, and you see over here this tag has been shown in italics now. So it is basically making this word a bit different from all the other words, right? So the user will basically go and will see that, okay, this word is a bit different, maybe it is something important that I need to look at. So em tag can be useful for that. Similarly, we have a strong tag, right? So let's see what a strong tag do. If I just add a strong tag over here, and let's say I want to add some word, let's say I add this word over here between the strong tag. So as soon as I save it, you see that this word has been highlighted in bold. So strong is basically like a representation that this word is being highlighted and it is looking a bit different from all the other words in the paragraph, right? So that is where if you want to emphasize on some words, you can use em tag or strong tag. Then similarly, we have these bold and italics tag with us. So let's say I want to make some text bold, I can use b tag for that. So over here, if I just write b, and let me just write this word over here, and I can see over here that this tag has been changed to bold. Similarly, if I use I tag over here, so I tag will be responsible for making the text italics. Let me just copy this word and I'll just paste it over here, and you see the word has been in the italics now. So these are some tags that you can use. Similarly, I have another tag over here that we can use. Let me just choose some, let's create a new word over here, maybe in the next paragraph. So there is a tag over here that is known as mark tag. Okay, so if I just write something in the mark tag, let's say I write hello, as soon as I save it, so you see over here that this word that has been marked is basically highlighted in some different color. So just to attain the attention of your users, you can highlight some word or some sentence or whatever you want in the by the mark tag. And then we have some other tags over here. So if I just create another p tag over here, and let's write some something over here. So basically I want to tell you about the superscript and subscript tag, right? So superscript, let's just add the superscript tag and let's see what does that do, right? So if I say over here that there is a word, let's say a, okay, and then I write this sup and I write 2 inside this, right? So as soon as I save it, you see that over here what I see is a square. So 2 is the superscript of a. So whenever you want to create some formulas or something like that, so you can use this super tag. And similarly, let's say I have another tag, let's say b, and I just write sub, okay, and I write 2 again inside it and I save it. So you see here that the 2 is in the footer part of the b. So these kind of tags will be helpful whenever you are creating some mathematical or physics formulas, just to represent squares or something is in the footer. So these tags are very useful at that point of time. So these are the few important text formatting tags that we see. Now let us jump on the other part, which is how to represent lists on our web page.